Welcome to 2021. Today is the 50th episode of Fintech Friday. We're going to look at what we have done in last 2 years in Fintech Fridays and what the future holds for us.
So to commemorate the 50th episode of Fintech Fridays, we've decided to bring in a couple more voices into the conversation. Here they are right now.
Hey, Rohit, this is Eric Auskerson over at CPA.com. I want to congratulate you on your 50th Fintech Friday. Also want to thank you for our partnership and friendship, and looking forward to a great 2021.
Hey, quick shout out, Rohit, to the 50th episode of Fintech Fridays. Just a shout out from all of us here at HSBC. Thank you for the partnership. We've truly enjoyed it.
Rohit, it's been a good run of episodes here on Fintech Fridays. But when you really think back on the last 2 years, what was your original idea behind Fintech Fridays, and has it played out the way you expected it to?
That's a very good question. When we started Fintech Fridays here at Biz2 Credit, Biz2X, our idea was to really talk about the fintech industry, the trends, where we are going to go. And obviously, we were already seeing an acceleration in adoption of fintech as a concept and digitization as a channel. So that was the idea behind it. I think last 2 years have been tremendous, especially 2020, when we saw such a huge change in the overall industry. To say the least, I'd never expected that, things will look so different at the start of 2021. Having said that, I would say that, the acceleration of digitization and the need for fintechs today is even a lot more than what I was expecting when we started doing Fintech Friday in 2018.
What are your aspirations for Fintech Fridays in the future? What sorts of things do you want to use this forum to accomplish?
Yeah, so what I said earlier is that, we want to make Fintech Fridays one of the premier knowledge, I would say, destination for people who are interested in the fintech space. We aim to talk about more trends, not just in US, but globally. And also, just use this platform as a great way to network with other people who are involved in fintech across the globe, and also, want to see that, how this propagates it into even a bigger platform in terms of more viewership, as well as more ideas, coming back from viewers, that what are the topics that we should really talk about.
We've got a couple questions that have come in from some of your colleagues in the industry. Why don't you take a look and see what they are thinking?
Hey, Rohit, I know this is the 50th version of the Fintech Fridays, so I would welcome your perspective looking forward on how accounting firms should think about the evolution of fintech and how best to support their small business clients.
Thanks, Eric. That's a really good question. And it's a very, very opportune time to talking about what accounting firms and CPAs should be doing with fintechs, especially for their small business clients, as we stand on the cusp of the second round of the PPP program, which is designed for small businesses in this country. Last year has been, I would say, the most challenging as well as the most definitive year for fintechs in US as well as across the globe. I think the role of fintechs and the kind of tools and infrastructure that fintechs have developed now for the small businesses as well as CPA firms has become irreplaceable. And as we saw during the first round of PPP, as we are seeing through the continued lockdown situation out there in various parts of the country, that digital is the only way to go. We are seeing a tremendous amount of uptick in demand from CPA firms who want to partner with us here at Biz2 Credit and Biz2X to help their clients get access to credit, help them to get better advice, and also the ability to plan in the post-COVID world.
Another question I have, Rohit, is looking at bank and fintech partnerships. There were articles written years ago about the demise of banks because of the fintechs coming along. And now we're seeing these partnerships like ours with HSBC and Biz2X, and honestly, many others. Where do you see that going in the future, whether it's now, year after the pandemic, or even 5 years from now?
Sean, a very good question. Obviously, when fintech really started 5 to 7 years back, a lot of people were predicting the demise of banks. I always took that position that, banks are not going away. The thing is that the whole industry is going to change. and that's what's happening right now. The partnership that Biz2X and HSBC has is a great forerunner to things that are going to come in terms of how you partner, what all products and services you can provide together, and each party playing to their strengths. So strengths of banks is still a great brand name, lot of stability, very low cost of capital, access to permanent capital, very strong risk and compliance practices out there. And for a lot of fintechs, their strengths are they're nimble, they're fast, they're very digitally savvy, which is extremely important during the COVID crisis, and they know how to innovate. So I think marrying the strengths of fintechs and banks is the way forward, and the way the importance of digitization and technology is becoming more paramount. In next 5 years' time, I predict that every bank will have a fintech element, and every fintech will have a bank element. I want to say thanks to all the viewers and the community out there which has supported the first 50 episodes of Fintech Friday. I look forward to the next 50 episodes of Fintech Friday and discussing some great topics out there. First and foremost, I want to wish a happy and healthy 2021.